got a message for the kids. Always tell them, if you're going to think, you might as well think big.
How many different sports events and games have you covered?
Yeah, man, I covered the first game, man, was the soccer game that we did, and that was fun. We do volleyball, we did football the whole season, and now we're off to basketball. I'm looking forward to doing some track and field and baseball.
Okay, because like the reason I bring that up, because we were just talking about the high school sports. So, you know, for everybody on the table, you know, speak on your experience and then how important is high school sports to the inner city as well? Because aren't you a coach?
Yeah, I coach for the San Francisco Brown Bombers.
Oh, man, it's a joy, man. It's a joy working with the youth, man. And I just wish that a lot of people just get on board with supporting and helping a lot of these young kids play. Because some of the kids can't play because they're not able to afford to play. But if we could just come together and just help all these kids play, it'll be real important and it'll be big because, like, when I was young and I played park and rec, you know, we went to different playgrounds to play, and we knew who each other was. So when the beef got going in the 80s and stuff like that, we had love for each other because we knew, man, we played together. You know, we played sports together. So, you know, we really got to get back to supporting our youth and having them go different places to play. And I believe that it'll stop a lot of black on black crime. You know, like this brother right here, he from Fillmore. I never thought I'd be cool with a Fillmore dude. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my darkest moments was when we went to Hamilton one day and we played a basketball game, man, and a lot of Fillmore dudes came through the back of the bathroom. And this brother happened to be there. You know what I'm saying? We wind up talking about it and everything like that, and then one of the Samoan brothers that was on my team happened to get killed. You know what I'm saying? But it was a sad situation, you know, and I never thought that we'd be cool, but we wind up going to City College together, you know, and it was just whatever. And we got cool. This is like my brother, man. I love this dude with all my heart, man. Something happened to him, I'm coming.
That's what's up.
And he from Fillmore. I'm from Hunters Point. You see me, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I ain't no thug, you know what I'm saying? I just represent where I'm from.
And Tone is from Fillmore and Hunters Point.
Man, I'm a city boy, man. You already know. Right now, I'm actually a father of a high school sophomore. My kid playing on varsity for Thurgood Marshall, so that's what I'm focused on right now. Not even trying to think back on mine, but you know, I'm worried about him, getting him to the college, you know what I'm saying, and doing big things with him.
Hey man, I didn't know that. I had to go and check him out, man. You know what I mean? I'm a alumni from Thurgood, and every time I step into the building, I always remember going out there and getting the experience, going different places, opening up my mind, and going there as a team. You know, whenever we play on the road, it was always us against the world, and building that brotherhood that I have brothers to this day, man. So that's the thing I remember about playing. I also meet a lot of people who know Big Fridge, and just that impact that he has, teaching and learning the kids, and he has them principles that's instilled in them kids till now. And every time, man, I see the kids, man, they always say, hey man, Big Fridge put me on, man. So, you know, that's something that he probably don't know, but man, they always thinking, man, they always looking for that big role model, man. And that's what we can do for the kids.
Hey man, high school sports was a lesson in how hard you have to work to get what you want, you know. And when I thought about high school football, I didn't just think about, you know, competing against the local teams. I thought about competing against all the athletes across the United States of America, up and down California especially. So as a running back, a defensive back, I would look up and follow players from De La Salle. I would follow players from Pittsburgh High. I would follow players from Bishop O'Dell, going all the way down to L.A. I would also look for the top players. So it instilled in me a level of competition. It broadened my mind, and it also increased my work ethic. Because if I had to just battle with somebody that was local, you know, it was only so much I had to do. But when you talk about the fastest people in the nation, you know, you're talking about 4 or 5 seconds faster, you know, and you know, maybe 200 pounds stronger. So it just increased my work ethic. I think that's how me and Big Fridge, we met also. You know, he would talk a lot of, you working too hard, man. Man, you working, man. You got to take a day off, man. But nah, increased work ethic, and that was transferable, man. So that was the big lesson, you know, I learned in high school.
Yeah, I only used to say that because my boy used to work so hard, right? And he always pulls something. Be like, blood, come on, man. You gotta take care of your body. Give your body a little rest. You know what I'm saying? Man, dude hitting the reservoir when we ain't got to hit the reservoir. But, you know, it worked out, though, man. You know, he turned out to be a real good running back, man. We became teammates at City College, man. And it was a beautiful thing to watch him run the ball. You know, I watched a little tape of him when he was playing against San Jose, man. He went out there, rushed for like 150 or something. It was just good to see it, man. You know, and it's good to see all our young brothers do good. You know, so.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I mean, you know, because for me, you know, because I went out there a couple times with Pro Fanatics, and for me, you know, it was just exciting seeing the next generation, you know, because like on the streets and on the corners, you know, sometimes, you know, you can be let down by seeing, you know, the crop that's out there, and to see these kids are still hip, they in the sports, they cut up, and like one of them, shouts out to Jaquez Williams, who's a star for Lincoln.
Cousin, man.
Oh, yeah, that's your cousin, too. The mom is deep.
Oh,
But, you know, like,
I'm gonna be going to work.
you know, like I remember his mama was saying she wanted him to get into ballet for the feet, and he really wouldn't listen to her because he was like, I ain't even getting into that. But when we mentioned it to him, you know, he was sensible enough to listen, and I told him, I said, it can make you a ninja. He said, I'm already a ninja. You know, so real quick before we move on to our next topics, just you know, what would you like to say to the young crop of athletes today? Starting with you, Fred.
Well, me personally, I like to tell the kids, man, stay focused. Don't be a follower, man. Don't follow none of these people who out here doing bad, you know. I know the streets look good. I know it's looking pretty. I know all the bling bling and all that's looking real nice. But, man, that's not where it's at, you know. Just stay focused on your schoolwork. Listen to your parents. Love God. And just do what you got to do, man. Get your grades right and work hard.
The next group of athletes coming out the city, man, I would tell them, you know, mostly the same thing. The streets is a dead end, man. They used to say dead end jail. Now it's just dead. You know what I mean? You're lucky if you go to jail. In terms of sports and athleticism, man, don't just work out your body, man. Work out your mind, man. It's 3 points, man. Mind, body, soul. If you get a full scholarship or a partial scholarship, man, take the scholarship and don't take no basketball classes, man. Become an engineer, man. Become a doctor, man. Because believe you me, when you pack their stadium, they gonna get paid. So you need to learn how to get paid in case it don't work for you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
for real. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what an OG told me a long time ago. He told me to reach for the moon, for if you miss, you can become amongst the stars. And you know what I mean, just always think first and speak later, man. Use your mind. That's the most powerful muscle in your body.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, like Pro Fanatics just said, I remember that same poster at Jolie every day, seeing that same sign, said that every day. And that's real talk, man. Kids just stay in them books. I mean, the streets ain't doing nothing but taking our lives, man. We don't need that. We need to be doing it big, getting bigger jobs, and doing it, take care of our families. You know what I'm saying? The streets ain't there, man. Let's get it right, man.
And then what I want to say to close the topic off, like me and shouts out to Big Mac, you know, a rapper from the neighborhood, who he was telling the youngsters, the dudes that's telling you colleges for suckers, that's a dude that's hating on you. So, you know, I want to say rest in peace to the 4 young males that was killed in Fillmore, Western Edition, quadruple homicide. They all got killed in a car. The shooter got the driver first, and, you know, you kill the car, everybody else dies. And, you know, the city didn't really take notice, and I think Ed Lee needs to know Black lives do matter. The mayor of the city, Ed Lee.
What us youngsters don't know this. We killing one another just to show who the dope. Young players gotta get it together. Young players gotta get